us out who've been there, forever or 20, 30 years or whatever. So if their motive is not to do that, but to have equality, I'm all for it. But if they're trying to push everybody out, there's going to be a problem.
I mean, we could just keep it 100%. Nothing's ever done to benefit us in this country.
Right.
So
right.
It's not done to benefit us, but at the same time, it's up to us as a people to stay on top of these things and be aware of what's going on in our community. And not only be aware, but be active in the changes that are going to take place.
Absolutely.
And
there's not enough of us. When they have these meetings, I did a piece back in May at the Haley House, and it was called The Ferdinand. I don't have it with me, and I wish to God I did, because that piece was so inspiring to a lot of people. And after I finished reading that piece and reciting it at the Haley House, nobody in that whole establishment had anything to say to me. It was that powerful.
And I think I heard it once. I heard you talk about that piece once. And you're right. It does get that response. It makes people think. And what's the main point when you do that poem that you're trying to get across to the people? What do you want them to feel?
Listen,
by the time you're done.
What I'm trying to make them feel is like, listen, that building's been sitting there forever, okay? And growing up as a kid, I never seen it when it was open. I came up when it was closed and was abandoned. I never seen it open. But all that time and all these years, that building has been sitting here. Nobody in the community got together. All them small businesses, all the people that look like me and you, never got together and said, listen, let's try to purchase that. Let's try to buy that. And now that the city owned it, and, now they're trying to do something with it and bring the school authority building in there. Department in there. Now it's like, okay, now everybody wants to complain and have something negative to say when all along this stuff has been sitting here, but you ain't trying to purchase it. What's wrong?
They definitely shouldn't have anything negative to say about that.
No.
If you have anything negative to say, you could talk about the corner of Washington and Mass Ave.
Thank you.
That person has, I don't know if it's a man or a woman all these years, but refused to do anything to improve that building. Refused to sell it. Just.
What do you mean, the building where Skippy White used to be at?
That church-looking type building, that Gothic-looking building at the corner of Mass Ave and Washington Street, has the hair place down at the first floor. They refuse to do anything with that building all these years. And they refuse to do anything with that.
And people still go in there. They still go in there.
I know.
I think the thing that Reggie's reminded me is just to know your community. You know what I mean? Know your community and the history behind it, because it sounds like Reggie has a lot of history behind it. But like Melnia Cass, that was an actual person. Know her history. You know what I mean?
Activist.
Reggie Lewis. Of course, people probably know who Reggie Lewis is. But Jeep Jones Park, like, know your history. Who's John D. O'Brien?
Exactly.
These are powerful people from our community. And these streets weren't just named randomly after them, or schools or establishments weren't named just randomly after them. But really, if you really understand your history and where it comes from, then you'll have a better appreciation of it and want to live out certain legacies, and also want to leave your impact.
Exactly.
And I we haven't really gone into your whole fitness thing, but I know us as a people, we neglect our fitness and our health. Our body, can't no one take this away from us.
Absolutely
you know what I mean?
not.
That's the one thing that we have, and we have to take care of our body.
You got to do that.
So if anything, we have to make sure that our Minority Men fans support Reggie B and his personal training.
Absolutely, because I'll tell you like this. After being in the field of training, I've been into 12 going on 13 years now. It's very hard when it comes to our people, because our people will tell you that they want it, and they'll stick around for 2-3 weeks, maybe a month or 2 or 3. Then after that, that's it. You don't see them anymore. So it became very difficult, and I had to deal with that, and I'm still dealing with that to the point where it's like, okay, now I have to revamp. Now I have no clients to train whatsoever, one-on-one training. So I had to go back, take a step back and say, listen, what is it going to take for me to have these people come and stay for a period of a year or two until they actually graduate from beginner stage to the intermediate, to the advanced, and then to the maintenance stage. Once you reach maintenance stage, you don't need me no more, because now I gave you the tools, you got educated, you wrote stuff down, you were disciplined, you were focused, and those are all of the adjectives that I would use to describe. If you take what I give you, my instruction, and you go run with it, you can't lose.
You know what?
Somebody else.
But you know what you can add to that? Discount.
You know what?
No, I'm just playing. No, but for real.
But you know what?
Right.
I did not give discounts, but I gave affordable pricing.
Okay.
Affordable pricing is what I did. Discounts I don't do.
Well,
But
you know what?
I
Because
like?
it is a business,
Yeah.
and you should be paid properly for having this knowledge, and it's not something that you can just pick up anywhere. If that was the case, then everyone would be a personal trainer.
Absolutely.
So,
But I think the most powerful thing that he said, we're no longer in a world where you can pay for something and then you're off of it. Everything you have to pay and continue paying. For example, prescription drugs.
Thank
They
you.
never want you to get off of something.
Nope.
Or even like the Atkins diet or Weight Watchers or whatever. You never get off of it. You
Nope.
have to stay and continue to pay. Our host or our guest, Reggie B, is offering you something where you train for a little, and muscle memory is like the best thing ever.
It is, absolutely.
You know? So,
Absolutely.
we got to get fit, people.
what do you do your where do you do your training now? Are you a personal trainer, go home,
actually,
house by house, or
no,
do you have a
I
facility?
I do my entrepreneur training, entrepreneurship. My own stuff outside until people can stand the cold. Because
Oh, wow.
be honest
That's
with
good.
you, that's the best time to work out. Is in the fall, going into the winter. As long as you can sustain it and take the outdoor elements, and then after that we bring it inside. I'll go to your home. So I try to encourage people, especially people of color, because we don't want to work out outside when it's cold. And you should do that because it's refreshing. It really is.
Please go into that a little bit about being outside. What that does? Does that speed the metabolism? Does it do something mentally?
Mentally, it's a mental thing because, you go to a gym and you got all this equipment around. You got a circuit workout training, circuit workout with machines that works the upper body, lower body, and you go through that circuit 2 or 3 times. It's like going around in circles, and then being indoors, you get bored. There's 4 walls and there's a ceiling. You can't see outside. There's really no walls and no windows. You got mirrors all over the place. So when you're outside, you have a broader spectrum. You can jog for miles and just jog a straight line and go around in circles and come back and still be refreshed. You got the wind, you got the air outside versus inside. You have benches that you could do push-ups on and dips and all that kind of stuff versus the machinery and the weights inside the gym. You got to use the outdoor elements. That's what they're there for. The outdoor elements is there to help you push yourself and catapult yourself. The gym is cool, but I like outdoors myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I like outdoors. I just got through doing an obstacle course at Ronin Park off of Adams Street. I had 2 gigantic tractor trailer tires. Set them at the bottom of the hill. People had to squat, lift, and push. That's
All the
dope.
way up the hill.
All the way up the hill
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
top.
that
That's
ain't no
dope.
joke. Yeah, that ain't no
You
joke.
ain't going to get that out of no dumbbells and no machinery.
No, absolutely
You're not going to get that. And you're going to get a well-rounded workout from top to bottom, front to back, side to side.
Really, really challenging yourself. Too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope stuff.
That's good. Because I'm in the process of working out outdoors, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. But it's good because you are right.
Yeah.
You're not restricted by those 4 walls, and you have the opportunity to do many different things. But I just wanted to tap into your creative side. Not to say that the physical training is not creative, but your mental creative side, writing your poetry. What gets you to sit down and write? Like, what sparks your interest to say, you know what, I'm going to write something today?
What inspires me to do that is, first and foremost, going out to these open mic spots and not really having an interest in poetry, but just sitting back and listening to the poets and the poetresses that go out there and poetesses and that go out there and do their thing. And it's like, wow, I want to do that. And you hear some dope poets out there, just whether they're reading it from their paper or memorizing it in their minds. I just sat there and was like, you know what? I'm going to do something like that. And after hearing everybody's pieces and stuff, what they talked about, I said, you know what? I haven't heard anybody say anything about black and white history. That's what I want to do. Because everything that I heard was from, love poems to sex poems. And, and you might have heard, I might have heard some poems about, history here and there, but not the kind that I do. I don't hear those.
And that's your niche.
I don't hear those.
That's where you go in.
Yeah, I don't hear those. Yeah.
Do you have any with you right now?
Actually,
memorized?
actually, I do have one. I don't have it memorized, but I just did it the other day at work. But I do have it written down.
You want to perform it?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can definitely do
That's
that.
cool. We do a little something here, because
So Reggie B is about to get out and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Cook, we about to do a poem off. You battle him, he battles you. I'm just joking.
To the death.
But you know what? He might win because he probably has a lot of his stuff memorized. And if you memorize him, I got to read from paper. I only got one, so he won automatically.
Nah, man. I read from paper too, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's all good.
But I want to be like Mr. Trotter here, man. He got his stuff memorized.
Blue
I'm gonna have to
is
get with
on
him.
point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get with him.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Blue Collars, that's what's up, man. He be doing his thing. But, you know, it's good, man, because I'm excited that you about to read this. And I'm just in a room full of creative individuals. And I am not creative at all. So I'm just blessed because I feel like if I touch any one of you, I'm going to have a little bit of creative juices running through my body for at least 5 minutes.
Well, you
and
have
then
to
it
have
wears out.
You have to have some creativity to get us all in this room. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Absolutely.
You got something.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Aw, so cute.
All right, stop it.
All right. This piece really doesn't have a title. Most of my poems really don't have title. I just go right into reading them and just reciting them over the mic because, like I said, when I write, you'll know what my poem is about when you hear me say it. So I don't really have to have a title for it. People have titles, but I don't really do that. And it just goes like this.
Oh, hold on, Mr. Reggie B.
Okay.
I feel like I need to really introduce this poem. I didn't give you a proper introduction.
Okay.
So welcome to the stage on the Minority Men Show. We got Reggie B in the building. He's about to throw down a poem right now on the ones and twos. So give him a big
Yeah. Oh, snap.
Oh,
This is
that's
Joe.
what's up.
Joe is on.
Yo, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that, brother. All right. Like I said, it doesn't have a title, but here it goes. Every night when I fall asleep, I keep feeling torn. Hearing Marvin Gaye's song going through my head, talking about what's going on. I said, Marvin, our brothers have the inner city blues and are walking around like zombies with no dope. With dope. Let me do that again. I'm getting beside myself here, people. All right, rewind. Yeah, here we go.
Clap it.
Yeah, snap your fingers. That's what I'm talking about. Every night when I fall asleep, I keep feeling torn. Hearing Marvin Gaye say to me in my sleep, what's going on? I said, Marvin, our brothers have the inner city blues and are walking around like zombies with no hope. Marvin said, keep reciting your message through your poetry. Now that's dope. In our neighborhoods, crime is increasing. We have trigger-happy policing. Panic is spreading. So I say to you, where are we heading? As a personal trainer, I have to instruct. We have to come together, or just like that old show, Mission Impossible, we will self-destruct. Malcolm X died doing the right thing. So didn't Martin Luther King. He said, let freedom ring, to the point that when we fly high, we all will have wings. I can't take this mess anymore. So let's close this black and white door. So what's the price of change? We as a people will need to reset our minds and get divorced from this nonsense and become estranged. This stuff is getting real crazy about black and white. I and about 20 other brothers and sisters got together one night. It was such a delight to see all these black faces come together, take a picture and discuss us in that movie you saw that night. That mess was tight. Every time something goes wrong, we always want to sing that freedom song. Yes, we can sing the freedom song, but first, let's all get along and get our unification on, because black unification is real strong. In closing, slavery is not a part of African history. Slavery interrupted African history. Open your eyes, don't digest their lies. They practice trickery, making you believe his story. And this beautiful word I'm about to say to you is in Wu-Nu-Wap language. Ajura Lia Nafasu, which means return to your own. Our ancestors are waiting for us to get it together so they can bring us all home. But first, my people, I just want to say to you, it starts in your brain, inside your head, which is called the metronome. Peace.
All right.
Ooh.
That's what's up.
All right.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
That's what's up, man. So, what and where were you at when you wrote this?
At work, sitting at my desk.
At work, sitting on my
Had
desk.
some downtime.
Sometimes that's the best time.
Absolutely.
So-
All by yourself.
Yeah.
what happened at work that day inspires you? Like,
Well, actually, you want to know the truth, man?
yes, sir.